Welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books, and Nikki here, and today we do have a Bookish box to unbox. I think this might be the Bookish box for December 2024. Not entirely sure because I haven't gone through all the boxes that have kind of piled up on me and that I haven't gone through yet. So I have no actual idea. So let's go ahead and open it and get into it. Okay, and I was correct. This is the Bookish box for December 2024. So we're going to go ahead and go through our pamphlet. And of course, it does start with the "Hi, welcome to Bookish Box." And this is no longer true. So it says that we have choices and options. We don't have choices and options anymore. As of 2025, it is book only. So Bookish Box is no longer going to be doing goodies, which is really sad to me. But at the same time, too, it makes the boxes cheaper. And obviously, we know that Bookish Box has historically been behind. And I'm hoping with them just doing books, maybe we won't have this. So yes, this is no longer true. No more choices and options. You just got a book. And that is true for Bookish Box and their second box, Darkly Box. So just book only. That's it. Then it goes into the details of all our items in our Bookish box, which I'm going to ignore for now, and we will talk about them as I reveal each item in the box. Then it gets into the Darkly box for December, which we're going to skip right over because we're going to go over that once we get our Darkly box. Thankfully, if you do like the books of the month, they do have recommendations of other books to check out, which is always fun. And then they've highlighted some items in the Bookish box shop, as well as giving us our Spotify playlist. Next, we have a word search, which includes hints for next month's box, and that would be the January box because this is the December Bookish box, so it is going to be sneak peeks for the January boxes. They also give us some details about the members only shop. So if you are a subscriber, you do have access to the members only shop, which is nice because they are now doing members only special editions. And then lastly, they've given us details about their social media fam. And the only thing we need before we get into the items is, of course, the theme of the month. So our theme for our December 2024 Bookish box is Knight in Morally Gray Armor, which in my opinion is the best kind of knight. Like, I'm like, I don't want a white knight, I want a morally gray knight. The first item in our Knight in Morally Gray Armor is the Everking inspired hair clip. I love getting hair clips because I desperately need them. My hair is very long. Hair clip. Twist fate and tame your tresses with a touch of dark allure using this hair clip inspired by L.J. Andrews' The Everking. Like the Fae King's unyielding hold on power, this clip keeps your locks in line with effortless strength because even the wildest hair deserves a little Fae magic. Designed by at the Bookish Box artists. So we've had a few hair clips from Bookish Box, I think multiple in 2024, probably because they're really easy and cheap to make. I'm kind of pissed that they did so many in 1 year because, again, I think they were just looking for a cheap item that was easy to make, but I do find them super useful, and I did already have like my first one break. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's because these are bad hair clips. It's because I have a lot of hair that tends to be heavy. So it comes with the territory of hair clips eventually breaking on me. And so I do like having backups, and I have been enjoying the hair clips for the most part from Bookish Box, especially since they are book inspired. I have not read The Everking yet. I do believe it is on my TBR, but I don't think I own it. Okay, I am super excited to reveal this item. It says a Court of Thorns and Roses inspired bowl and spoon. I'm so excited to see this because Akhtar is one of my favorite series. Probably my second favorite. I think ultimately I had to give up the crown of my favorite series to Throne of Glass. I love that series, and not saying that Akhtar can't eventually top Throne of Glass, but obviously Akhtar is still an ongoing series, and as of this time, I think Throne of Glass is better by a very small margin. So let's go ahead and check out our bowl and spoon. Okay, and as you guys can see my face, I'm already disappointed. You guys had a whole huge bowl to decorate, and you guys literally went with just a small little design. It doesn't even take up half the bowl. This is ridiculous. Come on now. Bowl and spoon. Stir up some steamy moments with this chapter 55 bowl and spoon set inspired by Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses. Perfect for serving up very satisfying bites. This set will have you thinking of all the ways to indulge, whether it's soup, dessert, or other cravings. Designed by at the Bookish Box artists. So yes, this could have been fantastic. It is cute, except so much wasted space. That is what I'm disappointed about, is that you guys could have taken this farther and really made it into a great bowl and spoon set. Really a missed opportunity in my eyes. Next, we have the Serpent and the Wings of Night inspired garland. Okay, and I'm not going to unravel the whole thing because I learned my lesson last time they did a metal garland, is this shit gets tangled up like nothing else. So it looks like we have, of course, our winged vampire. We got stars, we got moon, we got different phases of the moon. It's very, very pretty, but we're not undoing the whole entire thing. Garland. Deck your space with dark elegance with this garland inspired by Carissa Broadbent's The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Whether you're channeling your inner Aurea or setting the mood for a night of shadowy intrigue, this garland weaves danger and beauty into one irresistible display. Let your decor take flight, a look that's to die for, designed by At the Bookish Box artists. And yes, I do love this. I'm not gonna lie, I probably will be using it. And again, since my space is my own now, I can decorate it however I please, and I am really liking having bookish decor throughout my house. And it looks like since Bookish Box is going to their book only, there is no more art print, which is really sad. I already missed my Natalie Bernard art print. The only other item we have in this box before we get to the book, of course with the exception of the cover sticker, we just have our bookmark. So this is the Literary Lead Light bookmark, introducing the 12th collection of 2024's Literary Lead Light bookmarks. This month's theme is Book Dragons, which features stained glass pieces inspired by our favorite book dragons emerging in the books they are featured in. Fandoms featured is Abrax in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, and that one's the rare one. Reaver in the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the extra rare, and then Legendary is Darius in the Zodiac Academy series by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, designed by at Brio and Brandish. So I have not read Blood and Ash, surprisingly, or Zodiac Academy, surprisingly also. I do have both books or the first books of the series somewhere in my library. I personally would prefer Abrax from Throne of Glass because I love Throne of Glass. Again, that is my favorite series, and I love Abrax. I love the fact that he's obsessed with flowers. That is the one that I would like. And then thankfully we do have a key on the back of our box because I would never figure out who the hell is who. And looking at the design, the Legendary one from the Zodiac Academy, that one does have a pretty cool ass badass design. There's a lot of fire going on. But I think because it's dragons, I would be happy, quite honestly, with any of them. I just have a preference for Abrax just simply because favorite series. So let's go ahead and take a look at which one I got. And that is not Abrax, unfortunately. That is the extra rare from Blood and Ash, which again, I have not read, but I plan on and I feel like I'm going to love it. I think I bought a special edition of it. Yeah, I'm going to have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I did buy a special edition from Blood and Ash, and I'm waiting on it, maybe from Arcane Society. I don't even remember. But regardless, I am very happy to have a dragon on any bookmark, so very happy to have this. Okay, and that is it for all our items in our bookish box. Am I happy I got this box? Yes. Am I thrilled about these items and super excited? Not really. They are all items I'm keeping, so there is that. So that is a really good thing. I think especially compared to Owl Crate, I think Bookish Box is really failing on the items. So I think it might be better that they're just going to book only because they do a very stellar job on their books typically. So that's how I'm kind of feeling. And I think most of it is like my disappointment in this. Like I'm just like, there was so much more that they could have done with this. Like it's just such a missed opportunity. The garland's cool and pretty. The bookmark cool and pretty, but we've had bookmarks all year. And then the hair clip is something that while it's useful, it's really plain Jane. So it's not like the hair clip's anything special either. It's not a great box. It's not an awful box. Again, I'm keeping all the items. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these items in this box. I would love to hear them, especially if you differ from my opinions. Always okay, and I love hearing from y'all. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video. All right, so getting into the main event, the book. So the book for our knight in Morally Grey Armor is White Horse Black Knights by Evie Marciu. So before we get into the details of this, we need to talk about this. which is our Cover Less sticker, and the cover is different on the sticker. So maybe it's our reverse cover. I don't know. Cover Less sticker, the reversible cover. Okay, so the reversible cover of our exclusive Luxe Edition White Horse Black Knights by E.V. Marciu is too beautiful to display only on your shelf. Place this exclusive coverless sticker on your e-reader or keep it in your reading journal. And that is all I do. I just stick this in my reading journal thingy. And I can already tell from the sticker that I'm going to like the reversible cover more than this cover. Anyway, let's go ahead and find out more about our book. Our feature title is White Horse Black Knights by E.V. Marciu. Locked away for 12 years, Sabine Darrow's only friends are animals she communicates with using magic. Now sold as a bride to a villainous High Lord, her greatest fear is trading one prison for another. But a potential escape lies in the form of her gruff yet achingly handsome guard, whose loyalty she is determined to break. Smart girl. A huntsman with heightened senses, Bastin Wolf Bowborn, has more important things to do than transport his master's new bride. With ancient creatures reawakening along the kingdom's border wall, he's torn between his duty and his desire to investigate until a forbidden attraction becomes an unyielding obsession. Welcome to Astagnon, a kingdom of cruel games and corrupted courts, where the only thing more dangerous than the secret slumbering underground is falling for the one person you can't have. Yes, I love it already, especially with the protagonist falling for her guard. That sounds fantastic. I am definitely here for it, and seems slightly inspired by Snow White. Like, that's kind of how I'm thinking of it. You got a female heroine who has been locked away, who communicates with animals, and then there's a huntsman involved that falls in love with her. So I kind of feel like this is Snow White inspired, and I am definitely here for it. So we have this beautiful cover. It is fantastic. And that quote says, "What do you do with sleeping gods? Pray they don't awaken." We have matching stenciled edges. We have the stunning reversible dust jacket cover, which I will be switching over to. And I love that quote, "My body is my own. No man will command me." We have a foiled hardcover case. And that back quote says, "Mortals in the capital city of Old Koros, Fae in the northeast, gods in the south. Whatever name they go by, legend tells us they went to sleep 1,000 years ago in underground realms and will wake again to rule the human world." We also have beautiful illustrated end pages. It is, of course, signed by the author, and the end pages also have hidden artwork. So again, here's that stenciled edges, and then when you move the pages, you can see hidden artwork there. And I love when they do stuff like that. It's just so much fun. So that is it for all our details of our White Horse Black Knights book. And I definitely want to read this. I am very excited. And it's going to be a long minute because I have so many books lined up. So as always with me, I do read my book box books first. But because I'm in the middle of a divorce, and for those of you guys who know, I'm also dealing with medical issues, including swallowing problems. And so I do have esophageal dysmotility. And that just means that there's a group of muscles. I actually have two groups of muscles in my throat that are not operating correctly. And then, of course, this is all on top of my autoimmune disease. So it's loads of fun. So I've just been a really busy bee. And I'm trying to get back into kind of a normal groove for me. There's just a lot of things in transition while I'm trying to get my footing after my ex-husband turned my life entirely upside down. And as always, I appreciate all you guys' patience, especially with me getting to your comments. Thank you again for always commenting. I love hearing from you all. It's just been a really difficult time for me. As far as my reading journey goes, I finally finished The Courting of Bristol Keats, which I still stand by that I think it was too wordy and too long. A lot of the stuff in the book I felt was unnecessary. Like, the pacing was just all messed up because of that. But anyway, I still enjoyed it. I still want to continue the series. It just wasn't my favorite read, although I still liked it. So now I have moved on until I Get You, which is a dark sports romance. And that book was from my Baddies book box in, I think, October, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I just started that 2 days ago and I'm already absorbed just because I really like my dark romance novels. Making progress with that. And then I have a lot more books in between that one and this. So hopefully maybe I can get to this in May. I'm really hoping that I'll start catching up on my books, but Who the heck knows? I just got a lot of moving parts these days. I know I am very blessed. Things are okay. It's better than what I expected. I am enjoying some of the things about living on my own, having my own space, not having my ex involved in my life, but having a chronic illness and running my own household has been quite a big thing, and especially since my autoimmune disease causes a lot of pain, like physical pain. It literally creates second degree like burns on the skin, and that happens on a day-to-day basis. So just upkeeping, cleaning my house, cooking for myself, just all those normal things are just so difficult for me to get done every single day. So I'm getting through it, I'm managing. It's just hard, and that's kind of why I haven't been able to do as great of a job as responding to all the comments, getting all my unboxings videotaped and up. It's just been a really hard transition, especially since I have chronic illness, which causes problems day to day, and then take into account that I have God knows how many doctor's appointments I had just this month alone. I didn't even want to think about it. And then I still want to spend time with my cats. I want to spend time with my friends. I want to connect with my family when I can. So it's just been a lot of things. So as always, thank you so much, all of you, for your patience with me. And again, thank you for the comments. While I haven't responded to all of them, do know that I've been reading all of them. So I do plan on responding to you. It's just, again, my day-to-day is taking a little bit longer than it ever has, simply because I'm solo now, which is a good thing. I definitely don't want to be with someone who doesn't deserve me and respect me and love me regardless of the stuff that I got going on. So I am definitely better without my ex, but it's been really, really hard as well, just because of the heartache and then just the physical toll of me being solo. So again, as always, thank you for your patience and thanks for being here. I love unboxing with you guys. So please be sure to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. Comment, let me know your thoughts on this box, about Bookish Box going to book only. And definitely make sure you're subscribed to join me for all the bookish fun. So we do have our Owl Crate boxes. So we have Owl Crate Young Adult and Adult. We have the Owl Crate Romance quarterly subscription and Romantasy subscription, as well as Bookish and Darkly box. So we have kept all those boxes, and hopefully I'll be able to keep them. So again, my financial situation is different now that I am solo, but we'll see what we can do. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys, I think on Monday. I think we might have our first quarterly box from Owl Crate coming, so check out that video. Thanks so much.